First would be Manila International Airport o kilala sa tawag na paliparang pandaigdig ng Manila. Manila International Airport is the main international gateway for travelers to the Philippines. And it is managed by Manila International Airport Authority. San Juanico Bridge, or known as the Tulay ng San Juanico, is part of the Pan-Philippine Highway and it stretches from Samar to Leyte. Its longest length is a steel girder viaduct built reinforced concrete piers and was constructed during the administration of our late President Ferdinand. The Philippine Heart Center. The Philippine Heart Center is a hospital in central Quezon City specializing in the treatment of heart ailments. The hospital was established in 1975. The Philippine Heart Center, or PHC, is a level 4 government-owned and controlled corporate specialty hospital accredited by the Department of Health and other regulatory agencies. The National Kidney and Transplant Institute is a tertiary referral hospital located in central Quezon City, Philippines. It is one of the leading kidney transplant centers in the Asia-Pacific region, and it was opened in January 1981. The Lung Center of the Philippines. Ospital ng Pilipinas sa may sakit sa bagay sa government tertiary hospital specializing in the cure and prevention of lung and other chest diseases located in central Quezon City, Philippines. The Lung Center of the Philippines was established on January 16, 1981 by President Ferdinand Marcos under Presidential Decree No. 1823 as a non-profit, non-stock corporation. The building is identified with what is referred to as the Marcoses Edifice Complex. The Coconut Palace. The Coconut Palace is also known as the Hanang Pilipino, is a government building located in the cultural center of the Philippines. The Coconut Palace is made of several types of Philippine hardwood coconut shells and specially engineered coconut lumber apparently known as Imelda Madera. It was commissioned in 1978 by former First Lady Imelda Marcos as a government guest house. It was completed in 1978. The National Arts Center. The National Arts Center is a building complex situated in Mount Makiling, Los Baños, Laguna, the Philippines. The establishment was inaugurated in 1976 and its theater is the Tanghalang Maria Makiling or the NAC Center, which has an audience capacity of 1,000 people. The Philippine Plaza Hotel, which was changed to the Sofitel Philippine Plaza. One of the several hotels rushed into construction is the behest of Imelda Marcos for the 1976 annual meetings of the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank in Manila during the administration of her husband, President Ferdinand Marcos. The Philippine International Convention Center o kilala sa tawag na Sentrong Pangkumbensyong Pandaigdig ng Pilipinas. It is a convention center located in the Cultural Center of the Philippines Complex in Pasay, Metro Manila. In 1974, then President Ferdinand Marcos signed the Presidential Decree Number 520, which authorized the Central Bank of the Philippines to construct International Conference Building, acquire a suitable area for that purpose, and organize a corporation to manage a conference center. Thus, the PICC was organized under the Corporation Code. This was a part of Marcos' efforts to make Metro Manila as one of the Southeast Asia's financial centers. The facility has been the host of numerous and local foreign convention, meetings, fairs, and social events, and it was completed in 1976. The Manila Film Center. It is served as the main theater for the first Manila International Film Festival. It is a national building located at the southwest end of the Cultural Center of the Philippines. It was constructed in 1981 and completed the next. The Cultural Center of the Philippines. The Cultural Center of the Philippines is a government-owned and controlled corporation established to preserve, develop, and promote arts and culture in the Philippines. The CCP was established through Executive Order No. 30, 1966 by President Ferdinand Marcos. So, with the mentality, and it is a common Filipino trait to remember the bad and not forget the good. This is the reason people choose to remember President Marcos through the fictitious and cruel acts attributed to him and his government. Under the Marcos regime, Filipinos also saw the establishment of unprecedented edifices and infrastructures, the majority of which still stand proudly today, servicing the needs of the Filipino people. It was in Marcos' time when pioneering hospitals were built, the Philippine Heart Center, Lung Center of the Philippines, and the National Kidney and Transplant Institute. Like what you have seen in the earlier video, cultural, tourism, and heritage sites were likewise constructed, and the Cultural Center of the Philippines, Folk Arts Theater, Philippine International Convention Center, the National Arts Center, now Makiling Center for the Arts, housing the Philippine High School for the Arts, Nayong Pilipino, and the People's Park in the Sky in Tagaytay City. To address the influx of people migrating to urban centers from the countryside, which gave birth to a myriad of other problems such as violence, social unrest, environmental degradation, and limited housing provision, President Marcos came up with the Bagong Lipunan Improvement of Sites and Services, which is the BLISS projects in Manila and in rural areas to house the country's poorest of the poor. A total of 230,000 housing units were constructed from 1975 to 1985.